studios for yet another A Shot of Soca episode. This episode, we have international family joining us all the way from Canada, Toronto.
Yep.
You understand me? Representing the one and only Busby.
Yes.
Is here in studio with us. Welcome.
You guys. A Shot of Soca, thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Welcome,
Welcome.
man.
How
Welcome.
are you?
Amazing. It's a Shot of Soca, but today is like the Soca hangover.
Honestly.
This is the day after
Yes.
Notting Hill Carnival 2025.
Yes.
How am I? A mixture of all kinds of emotions. Heartful. Like, heart is full of just energy, seeing my London peeps for the 7th year in a row, or 6th year in a row, sorry. But it's just a beautiful thing every time I come here to see how much London loves Soca.
Yes.
And being able to show what I could do, and that beautiful relationship blending and seeing that take place in all the fetes on the road, etc., is a heartwarming feeling. So London, I appreciate you guys, and I'm excited for this one, man.
Nice. So I hear that, right? Some people, was fetting all over the place, Busby. Other people was walking all over the place, Annie. Yours truly was just, I don't know what I was doing, but I know I didn't get no sleep. None,
You was cooking.
But we
Catering
had a
to
great,
audio.
it was a different Notting Hill Carnival.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
nice.
It was a different Notting Hill Carnival to what it is we've been used to for a very long time.
Yeah.
When you say different, what do you mean different? In what sense do you mean different?
in terms of the influx of Trinidadian presence, in terms of international people coming through,
Yeah.
it was a difficult time for them, Shout out
Yes.
to all my Trini promoters, Trinidadian artists, as well as DJs that wasn't able to get to London.
I think it was
You
more
know?
than just Trini artists, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it
there
was
a lots
mainly-
of-
it was
it was
mainly.
mainly, but it's not just
Yeah.
the Trinis. It was lots of people weren't able to get their visas to come over. So
Which is very,
it was a very different.
which created a very
pre-carnival
different
season.
vibe.
Yeah.
We had Socalicious, which was meant to be on the Thursday. Shout out goes out to Troubles, and hopefully he's doing much better.
Yes.
It would have been his 26th year anniversary of Socalicious. He had to cancel it because of health reasons.
Oh, gosh.
So Troubles, shout out to
Get
you,
well
and
soon.
get well soon, and we will celebrate for 2 years and 1 year next
Yes.
year.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right.
We'll party twice as hard next year.
But yeah, so people like Patrick came in on Carnival Friday
Yeah.
evening, and he traveled from Trinidad to New York and then traveled to London straight away. You understand? All to make it here in the UK, in London, for Notting Hill Carnival.
Yeah.
That means that the footprint that Notting Hill Carnival has to the wider diaspora is real.
Very much so.
It is real, So big up yourself, Busby. You
Yes.
had your own journey.
You had
To
your
get here,
own.
right?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
You
The
know?
airlines had you.
Yeah, Journey is putting it lightly. We actually, in Canada, we had a strike with our main airline, Air Canada, that will take us to whatever part of the world we need to go to. And their flight attendants went on strike that halted all planes.
Right.
And this is legitimately within the week I was supposed to be coming here. So imagine all flights now have canceled. Any redirected flights have now skyrocketed.
Of course.
I'm
yeah.
talking 4 or 5 times the price it might normally be.
Yeah.
One way.
Yeah.
So that's already a factor at play. I already bought a hotel room, non-refundable. When they give you them options?
Yep.
This time, for some reason, I said, let me pick the non-refundable one. What could happen? All of this happened. So I had to buy a flight from Toronto. And those that know the airports and how this works, you'll know what I'm about to say. Toronto to LaGuardia.
Yep.
Get off at LaGuardia. Uber
Transfer
over to
to
JFK.
yeah.
Wait at JFK 4 or 5 hours, and then fly to London Heathrow.
Yeah.
And that price was ridiculous for all of that headache.
Did you have to did you take a Uber or did you take a private taxi?
Hear all of this. I get to the airport in Toronto. They tell me I am about 5-10 minutes past the luggage drop-off point, and I cannot get on that flight with my luggage. Essentially making me miss both flights.
Wow.
When I tell you I was livid, and on top of that, I knew what I would be missing out on if I didn't come here. So that morning, my grandma's looking down on me, my grandpa, somebody looking down on me, because that morning the Air Canada strike was lifted.
Wow.
And
Oh,
they
wow, yeah.
gradually that day started resuming flights. But the problem now is I was in the airport from 2 p.m. until about 1 a.m., sorry. waiting until literally the last second for them to tell me there's 2 seats left on that flight and you get one of them.
I get one of them.
And look at God, it was an extra leg room seat too. Okay, you know the tall people on planes.
Boy, watch me.
I know, yeah.
We don't get started on that. Don't get started on that extra leg room thing. Now you're just stalking the website, stalking the airlines to see what, But no, that's the story, man. And it's by grace of God I'm here. And that means that if I made it, I wasn't coming here to play regular thing. Yeah. I'm coming here to shell every opportunity I get to the point where people in that fete are going to follow me, ask about me, and that's exactly what happened, you know?
Good.
So it was an amazing carnival so far.
So you say a real fete and thing, right? You went to a few different events.
You said that. I didn't say that. You said that.
I nearly get him.
Nice try.
Get him. So what events did you go to over the Notting Hill Carnival season? As you reach?
Yeah. No, well, this year I primarily kept it as what I worked at. There was one event I went outside of maybe my comfort zone that I'm normally accustomed to. Okay. So I'll get into that at the end. But I went out to the 4 events that I was booked for, which was Do Not Disturb. Big up the Love CWO team and all of them. Yep. Armani.
Yep, Armani, Morgan.
Yeah.
All of the I don't even know how...
That party?
I don't know how Simi is there, because Love CWO is Dominican, and then you have one Bajan.
Yeah. No, but the crowd reaction to the Bajan Soca, I'm shocked every time I come to London.
Really? Yeah.
And it's, for me, because Toronto and Barbados fall the exact same weekend, I'm not as up to speed with Barbados. But when I come to London and I see you guys getting on to certain...
You're getting on Diddy to
launch the attack and the peeping. When I see that, then I'm like, okay, these were the big ones. But D&D, that was a movie. This is one of them parties they give you a pouch and you have to lock your phone in this pouch. So you can't be on your phone middle of the party and texting and posting. And no, you're there to have fun. So imagine a room jam-packed, 2 floors, and an immaculate stage. It was vibes. So I said, D&D, that was something to see. And I killed that one. The next day was Olympia. Big up Levels.
C'est la vie.
Yeah, C'est la vie.
The all-inclusive.
One of my favorite events worldwide that I have DJed a lot of places. Olympia and especially what they've curated. I love that energy from time you walk in the building, you're feeling it.
You see the vibes.
From you see it, like the floral outfits and the vibrant colors and stuff. They've curated such an energy. And to make it even crazier, they have actual food vendors within this nice like hall. So what they've built is something of serious value. And I go this is the second year I've been there as a DJ. And from just walking in, you just feel it.
Yeah, it's a different.
So this year they actually had a much bigger stage presence and nicer stage presence with a big LED screen and all of that kind of stuff. Right. Kind of floral stuff like how you guys have in this podcast, but on steroids basically. It was an amazing thing to see.
Yeah.
And the crowd loved it. The crowd was vibing. I'm getting messages from the organizer, from Levels afterwards. This DJ group was asking about you. These promoters were asking about you. I'm seeing like 10 follows on my page the next day. I don't normally, you go and do gigs, you have fun. I don't normally see that kind of response.
No, I will say the Olympia, what they have built is very nice. And they have a real following.
Yeah, exactly.
If you go on Twitter and you type in Olympia, people have nothing but positive things to say about them. And shout out Levels, because as soon as he was over, he was just like, Annie, Busby's here. Get him on the podcast. I was like, I've messaged him already. So shout out, bro, for always looking out for us.
Levels, and he's a guy who always looks out, man. Big up Levels.
Such a good hop.
I'll have him in Toronto very soon. We won't let the cat out the bag yet, but I'm going to bring him to Toronto very soon. He's a very stand-up dude.
Yeah.
And then after that, I went just the Juve Parade and the Road Parade with UCOM. Okay. So that's a whole story in itself. But UCOM, I've been with them 5 or 6 years now. And they were the first band I played with in Notting Hill. Right. So I didn't know anything. I'll say that story quick. I didn't know anything about the UK territory, nothing. This was my first introduction into the international market. So my friend at the time, he saw this random page called UCOM Carnival. So he said, I see like the quality and the level of branding that they have. I feel like that would be a good fit with how you brand yourself. You know, it would be a good blend to get you in that band and at least try. So he's like, let's try and message them. Who knows if like what they will say. He messaged on behalf of me. And when he messaged them, he said, hey guys, I have I'm from Toronto. I manage an international DJ Busby, blah, blah, blah. I think they responded off of the Yukon page. Yeah, we're very familiar with Busby. We listen to his podcasts and mixes all the time in the mass camp when we're... I said, what the hell? For real? I didn't know anything about them.
They are the biggest bands, or one of the biggest bands in the UK. Yes.
Yep. So when I see that, I get hired now. Fast forward a couple months, I see Marshall posted on his truck, Patrice, Tennyson John, Skinny Fabulous. I think that was the year they had the BBC One Extras. So I'm saying to myself, what the? I took a random roll of the dice with this. And 6 years later, I stayed loyal to them. Yeah. I appreciate them for everything they do. They always work hard to, make us feel welcome. And their crowd especially, they love the DJs and the presence that we have and build within that UCOM space. So I really appreciate them vibes.
Come, shout out to all you. Yeah. We know we meant to have all you here.
I know we're gonna make it happen.
It's my fault. It's my fault. Paul, it's my fault. But Busby is here on their behalf right now. Yeah. And he's giving all of the flowers.
I'll give you your flowers on camera, Paul. Yes. Big up Paul. Yeah.
Nice, man.
So you said this is your sixth year with them?
Yes. So 5th year. So I've been here 5 years in a row, including COVID in between. But I came off season 1 year.
Okay.
And that's funny enough, when I went to Olympia, I had no clue what it was. And Tate introduced me to Levels. And now me and Levels are real cool till today, 4 years later. But yeah, 5 years or so.
So 5 years. How would you describe the energy that was in UCOM this year in comparison to some of the other years that you've been with them?
I honestly think with your synopsis earlier, you hit it on the nail on the head with the fact that a lot of people from outside couldn't come in. So that really changed the kind of vibe that you're accustomed to year after year. And I didn't really feel that until you just said that. But it's facts. So when I look back in hindsight, I say it was a vibe. I love the local authentic presence that London does have with soca. And I find even where I'm from, Toronto, this is the most similar place I've seen across the globe that I've gone to DJ that's similar to Toronto. And I think vastly because there's a large melting pot of different islands in one space. So even as a DJ or as a entertainer, you have to be up to speed on everything. You can't just come in spaces this and feel, well, I know Trini Soca. Nah, you have to know everything.
And the current ones as well. I know the songs from 2 years ago. It needs to be up to date,
Yeah, but
because we're really plugged in.
And that's one reason I love coming back here. It's never a question. I make sure I'm here yearly. Literally, I will spend out my behind to make sure I'm here.
He will travel and spend extortionate prices on flights to make sure he's here.
To make sure. That's how much I appreciate London. But to answer your question, the vibe, I loved it. To see that you guys have that naturally, within this space is amazing.
Because we have a lot of very good UK soca artists.
We do.
That we do. That were able to
hold it down.
Hold it down a little bit more and was able to step in some spaces that they normally wouldn't, In terms of international appearances, Anika Berry, she did her thing.
Yes, she did.
Amazing.
Vaughan did his thing.
Vaughan literally just, there was no bad decision there at all. No bad decision there at all, So for those that were able to get that kind of opportunity, it hopefully supports their careers in a much better way because, they had a little bit more responsibility they had to Carnival and the culture, so that was really good. Earlier, we live in studio with the one and only Busby. It's A Shot of Soca. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Also, Busby, just give them your details one time so they know where to find you, how to find you, so you can get 10, 20 more people.
At least 10, 20, please. Put tag somebody in the comments, something. DJ_Busby on Instagram. That's the main place. If you type that handle in almost anything else, you'll find me same way.
Nice.
And that's BUZZB. And a big place you could find me as well is on YouTube. So I have my personal DJ page. And I have a podcast page as well called the Up From Here podcast. And there's a lot of great interviews within the soca community on there too.
Nice. So, Olia, make sure you check him out. But we want to dive into who Busby really is, in terms of, yes, you're an international DJ. You're a podcaster as well. where did it begin for you as Buzz B?
It began about 18, 19 years ago. I was on a couch just like this, funny enough, and I was supposed to be doing essay. I was in university at the time. I not doing essay, but I'm listening to a soca mix or a radio show at the time.
Right.
It was like online radio. And seeing how things are today, they were well ahead of their time, but it was called KOS Radio. And I heard a couple people on there do like a mix show, but it was one point in the mix, it was actually like captivating to me. And I don't know why or how, but something when I heard this mix, it like drew me into that space of just, how did he do that? And again, I didn't know anything about DJing. Even just as a person, I wasn't very enthusiastic about much of anything. I didn't have goals or like big passions besides just being successful, ending up in a desk job and working, doing your work and leave. But when I found this, it was something so intriguing. So next thing I know, again, I'm supposed to be studying. I put that aside, and now I'm searching up free DJ software. So next thing I find, what is virtual DJ?
Right.
So I go, and now I'm clicking buttons to try and figure it.
Press the sync button.
That's your fail safe. But I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know nothing about this stuff. I don't have no dad that's in this or older brother. It's just me. So I'm clicking around, and I eventually managed to somewhat replicate what I heard. And I did like 3 songs back to back. So this in all probably took like 2 or 3 days. But once I finally got the mix down, I shared it with my sister who was in Fetson thing already. So I played this 3-song mix, and she's listening in the kitchen, and she's like, wow, no, you actually have an ear for this. And 20 years later, a lot of crazy things have happened.
People earfuls. Giving people earfuls.
A lot of things have changed,
Nice. But you're also a promoter, right?
Yes, exactly.
In Toronto.
Yes.
What's that like in Toronto? The diaspora there is quite, as you said before.
Yeah.
It's a melting pot.
It's a melting pot of all cultures. You are generally expected to be diverse in your soca set. So imagine you're standing here and there's a crowd of 1,000 people. This 100 wants Trini soca. But you play too much of that, the Jab crew is gonna, we want Jab. Then now the Denry crew and the Bayesian. So you have to now appease to all of these people while still maintaining a whole night of soca. So the benefit that does to a Toronto DJ or promoter is it forces you to be seasoned in that space. So when I come to places like London, I'm very happy because it's like, this is what I studied. This is, I don't have to be confined now and say I have to just play Denry. So that aside, being a promoter in Toronto, it's fun, it's challenging. It has its difficulties, especially with like these days. I'm sure you guys have it too, lack of venues.
Yes, yeah.
It's a struggle worldwide.
It is.
Toronto has become a very serious struggle. So these days, that's the main things that would, detract people or kind of repel people from doing events. It's a very big uphill battle to even just hold an event. Much less do a successful one.
Yeah, that's universal.
So outside of that, I find, it's a beautiful thing too, because there is a large amount of people that want to even think about partying in Toronto. So it allows for a sustainable crowd, not just Caribana time, but throughout the year, right? So that's a very difficult thing too. If you rely on your paycheck once a year, that's a hard, you have to have the stomach for that. But if you could do it throughout the year and have at least a steady income and whatnot, it becomes an actual business, right? So I like it.
So you said something there and it just slipped my mind. You said Caribana. People call it Toronto Carnival.
Oh yeah, Mel,
So
did say that to us. It changed its name.
This is coming from somebody.
Mel Ruff, she roughed you up with that.
Well, she
in
that.
I still totally feelings.
She didn't rough you up. She just politely corrected you and said that they had changed their name to Toronto Carnival a couple of years ago.
Annie, you on my side or you on Mel's side? Whose side are you on?
I am on the side of the truth. The truth.
Make up your mind.
Truth.
But the truth is, but my truth doesn't matter. But she rough him up. And I have the footage to prove it. I have the footage. A Shot of Soca family, all you know what I'm talking about. She rough him up. So for you, what? Toronto Carnival or Caribana?
This is just, when I say Caribana, this is coming from somebody that grew up with it as the term Caribana.
Right.
Some things it just is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't mean anything by it.
Yeah.
The correct term actually should be, if I'm not mistaken, Scotiabank Toronto Caribbean Carnival.
Okay, now you're doing too much.
No,
Now
that may have been for a period of time too. I haven't even kept up with all of that.
Do you know why it changes its name?
I do my events and I stay in my lane. That's just I stay in my lane.
And if everybody going to this parade down the road, you go.
You know what's going on. It's Toronto, it's Caribana, it's Carnival, it's Soca. You know where to be.
So
that's
reach.
what it is. Yeah,
just reach. Okay, fair enough.
But
fair
in
enough.
costume, no storming, none of that nonsense.
Well,
just
boy,
reach properly, please.
That is a crazy thing that's happening now.
Yeah.
This storming thing is reached a different level, not just within our Caribbean community, but worldwide now. Like any major events, people feel it's okay to just jump the fence or overload a gate. So the gate falls down, the fence falls down. You know, so that means a lack of respect for paying patrons, a lack of respect for promoters.
It's not even paying patrons because some of the people that are storming, they paid as well. It's not as if they didn't pay. They just got fed up of waiting in the queue and decided, I want to get in faster.
But
Good.
At the end of the day, you're not being respectful.
Oh,
period.
no, definitely.
You know?
Of course not. Of course.
I
It's
think that's the main thing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's disrespectful.
In general. So
It's
and
disrespectful.
we deal with that nonsense ourselves in our events. Our events have scaled now to 5,000 plus people for the main event I do, Tsunami in Toronto. We'll get into that later. But that main event does 5,000 annually. And people literally try to sneak in that event throughout the entire day.
Start digging tunnels and things from now?
No,
borrow.
you think you're making jokes. I'm being real. The entire perimeter is like a forest.
Yeah.
You will see guys in groups of 10 going through the forest like tribal hunters,
Like
trying to find
Swinging
somewhere to
from
climb
the
the
tree.
I said, this
And
can't be
swing down
serious,
like
bro.
Tarzan.
Just spend your money and come to the party. Is there really a need for all of this? But now we have to beef up security.
No, of course,
And
yes.
you know
Spend more
how
money.
expensive that is
Spend
already?
Spend more
Yeah.
money.
So it's these kind of things. It's like you guys don't have any kind of respect. And then when you do that and somebody gets hurt now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
and it's not even
promoters
just,
work.
it's not if they get hurt, but for some of the events over here, they're doing that and the events are literally being locked off and they have to stop because people are trying to force their way in.
Yeah,
So
it's very sad. All I could
Yes.
ask is you know,
Yeah.
when you guys see those type of things, don't encourage it.
No.
And this is just in general, everybody watching, because if we don't speak about it, it won't
No, of course, no.
it won't affect change, right? When you guys see those kind of things, speak out against it. People hopping fences, people storming, people rushing gates. Do not do those type of things. Somebody could get seriously injured, and it's nobody's
have,
fault
so
but those idiots.
We had, wasn't it over here?
Yeah, two
Somebody-
people got seriously injured. A security guard got seriously injured, got trampled over.
Yeah.
You understand? And who's gonna pay their
But I
medical
mean, even
bills and
outside
their
It has
of,
to be the
obviously
promoter.
we're speaking about
You
Soca,
know?
but even outside of Soca,
Yeah, that's
over
what I'm saying.
here.
Yeah, even that. This was
At
the
the
event
O2
in
when they had the...
there was an event just the other day.
No, but I mean, the most serious one, there was an event at the OT. Didn't the lady die because of that whole situation?
my
She got
gosh.
crushed by this trampling
Yes.
in. So I'm like,
This
it
was
is
at,
very
yeah,
at the...
you know, and
at a concert.
they tried to blame the venue.
Yeah, but it was
wasn't
people
the venue,
stormed
it was
the
actually
gates
people.
and the lady she
They
passed
blamed
away.
the venue. They wanted they threatened to close down the O2.
Yeah.
But it was actually people just being selfish and
They couldn't have done anymore,
disgusting,
so
and
yeah.
it's so distasteful.
Yeah.
You know, and it doesn't matter what community you are from.
Yeah.
It's wrong across the board.
Of course.
I don't condone any of that,
Yep.
and I don't encourage it at all.
No.
I think it's disgusting, to be honest, and I advise everybody watching, just speak out against those type of things if you see it, right? Because I guarantee if those same individuals go to a Jay-Z and Beyonce concert or any one of those profound people, you're not doing that type of stuff. Y'all feel only because it's Caribbean thing, you could just hop fence and everything will be okay
Yeah.
at the end of it. You're not going to no Kevin
Yeah.
Hart, this and that, or whoever
Yeah.
concert.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
not
in the
doing none of that.
In the UK, you'll be surprised because they still do it for those bigger concerts as well. Like it's just said that it's disrespect across the board.
God help all of
but
them.
Yeah.
Just please,
It is,
guys,
yeah.
let's speak out
So
against
some of
it.
these
That's
events,
it.
some of these are annual. You have time to save up your money to ensure that you can go. So pay
Listen,
and attend
I remember
respectfully.
long time, you tried to jump a fence in Trinidad, right? The police officers and them had a piece of wood about this long, so they will wait until you're halfway up the fence, and they only hitting you right here. That's where they hitting you. Because that's where you use to climb.
Good.
You can't just use your hands to climb, eh? So they're waiting until you reach
A certain point.
and say, I just about to get you. Whack, whack, whack.
Lashings.
Back down. You understand me? And the police just stand there and say, so what are you going to do now?
Yeah.
You're going back again? Or you find somewhere else to go but I think sometimes them kind of thing need to happen. You understand? But we live in a very different world to then. From then till now, you know? Where everybody wants to fight everybody. Everybody thinks that they have that space that they're in is theirs and it belongs to them and at any means necessary. It's just crazy. You know? Same thing as with Notting Hill Carnival. You know, we're gonna go to something serious here with Notting Hill Carnival. Every year we hear the rhetoric about crime and whatever associated with Notting Hill Carnival. This year was no different. Let me take a breath of fresh air here. Let me breathe. However, I am thankful that they did say that in recent years, this year, in terms of serious incidents, it wasn't as bad as it has been for previous years. Would we consider that something positive? Why didn't they put that as the beginning of their recap, saying this year's carnival showed that there has been less incidents overall.
Because you know the narrative
and it was
that they
much more. The kind of when this is a read through the list of the arrests and things, there's minor things, normal things that on every given day.
Let me give it to some people because we did the research and we did it for a reason.
Cannabis.
So
it's on my head
over the 2 days. Which, okay, first I want to go back. There's no other event that I know of, and if I'm wrong, correct me, where they give you the police stats to tell you how many arrests were made. And there's massive events that happen in the country. So that's my first cussing because the day of Carnival Monday, they'd already released out the police stats saying how many people were arrested over the weekend.
Wow.
So that just shows how much they are on our necks. But anyway, there was 423 arrests over the 2 days.
Jeez.
Well, you're saying Jesus, but if you hear what the arrest is for,
423 arrests over
2 million or whatever.
Over 2 million, 2 million odd people. So
I did the maths.
And then so Sunday
0.03 something percent. Dead serious.
On Sunday there was 149 within the footprint of the carnival. So that's counted as the route, the sound systems where all the vendors are. And then there was 51 on the approaches. Carnival Monday, 223. Total 177 in the footprint, 46 on the approaches. And we had, there was a couple. There was like 30 odd assaults on police, possessions of offensive weapons, 40 or so cannabis. I'm actually quite surprised because everybody was smoking weed. Anyway, there's only 70.
I don't smoke weed, just so you guys know. I do not partake and pass the Dutch to the left. I don't,
So there was 32 Class A drugs, 44 drug supply, 5 robbery, 4 violence with injury, 36 other violence, 18 sexual offences, and then other offences, 136. So that was the breakdown, according to ChatGPT.
You know, is like it just came into my head, right? And this could be controversial.
Oh, sorry.
Trinidad and Tobago has 1.8 million people in it, right? On any given day, you'll have 3 murders, 4 murders, right? You'll have how many people getting robbed, cars getting stolen, right? You come to a population in London where there's 12 million people passing through every day. 2 million people are saturated in a very specific space for 2 days. And that is how it is you choose to highlight it.
Yeah.
I know it aggravates you. It aggravates a lot of us.
It's like you said earlier, it's the narrative, right?
It's the narrative, and we all know the narrative that they portray. And I said the flip side of it is, okay, yes, it's never good to have arrests, but there's going to be. People are drunk, people are, do you get what I mean? It's highly, the environment isn't necessarily conducive, I would say. And that's not just because of the Carnival Committee. And I do think the Carnival Committee did very, very well this year. But when you have a lot of people kettled in one area.
But for the most part, it's good. It's great. It's fantastic. And I believe that, and I'm going to try to empower all the other media spaces within the UK who've covered Notting Hill Carnival. Push everything positive on your page.
Yeah.
The more you do that, between now and the end of September, will annihilate any other talk or any other negativity around Notting Hill Carnival. And wherever it is it reaches from there, it will only be a positive for us. Because we know that they're only trying to create a negative outlook for us.
Yep.
You know, from your perspective, traveling from Canada, Toronto, Toronto Carnival, Caribana, Scotiabank, whichever one you want to call it. You know,
whatever it's called today.
Yeah, whatever it is today, we happy for it. We want it all the time.
Yeah.
Do you see any comparison where how it is they talk about Carnival in that sense with crime and
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that would definitely be highlighted on like news networks and whatnot. But the good part about where I'm from, especially like the CP24s, the CTVs, the main news networks, they're actually live and direct in the carnival space, highlighting a lot of the positive aspects.
Right.
Okay.
So I don't know necessarily how it might be on your end, but they are actually broadcasting that throughout the entire day.
It does get broadcasted.
Even like
well.
my parents, they would be home watching that on the news network. And I think it was 2 years ago, they messaged me, somebody just said your party on the news. It's great. But it goes to show like there's a lot of positive aspects being promoted as well. Unfortunately, that is kind of overshadowed when something negative happens. It's like anything. You know, you could have a million good things happen, but that one bad thing is going to haunt you and daunt you. So that kind of is maybe the similarity where if that is presented, that kind of becomes the overall image. And it's like, no, the million something of us that were there don't feel that way. We had a real good backpacking. We ready?
You understand that? I greased it up and all I was out there
in the rain. But it's the unfortunate part, and again, it kind of comes with the territory, you know. And you just have to take it at face value. Understand you may have a platform, like you just said, encouraging other platforms.
Yeah, of course.
And do what you can with what you have, right?
Yep.
The news can only do so much on there, and we could touch places the news can't.
Yeah,
And
it's hard though. Can I say it's hard? Because you know that I manage our social medias, and I have really tried to not cuss people out because I have posted some really positive things of Carnival. And I know a lot of these are probably like bot accounts or just people that are just quite frankly ignorant. And yes, I'm calling you ignorant. But the comments...
You're stupid. You're stupid.
Super, you need to go on our TikTok and see the comments, and you need to tell me to restrain myself, because I look at them and I'm like...
I didn't even take one TikTok this Carnival. Bro.
I literally, the things that people say and the ignorance that some people want to speak about something that is still a cultural event. It is not a street party. It's not just a... It's not... It is something that is for the Caribbean people, created by Caribbean people, where we create a space that welcomes everybody. Don't get me wrong, but it is for us, by us. The comments are so feisty. You need to go on TikTok and see the comments. The comments are feisty, and I've literally had to say, Andy's, put your phone down.
TikTok is a different species, to be honest. I don't even find them human. I don't know who be commenting on TikTok sometimes.
It's stressful, but when you say I'm trying to put out the positive, I'm just like, let's show the good side. Let's show.
If we continuously do that across the board, and I'm not saying that there's not a good side in Bam Bam rolling and thing. Don't get me wrong. You understand? However, let me see much more of parade.
Yes, there.
There's pageantry.
Yes.
Let's see much more of color. You understand me?
Yeah.
If we do that, it shines such a different light on who we are as Caribbeans.
Yes.
You know, to the rest of the world. And all those people that are so against anything that's colorful, vibrant, loud, but not loud in a nuisance way. Loud and shouting out for being proud of who we are and where we come from. That needs to be at the forefront.
Agreed.
You know?
I mean, at the same time, we don't have to fixate on just the positivity. And I'm going somewhere with that, right? It's like we could figure out how to put the medicine in the candy. We could give them the bomb and this and that and roll it, but feed in some of the good stuff too.
Yeah, of course.
And have a nice blend.
It's the balance.
You know, there are a lot of media pages that do have a healthy balance of both. And it's something to really consider. the one, you can't ignore that because it gets the views. It gets the follows, it gets the eyes.
Yeah.
So inject that, but still keep a healthy balance of good content.
Yeah,
You know?
Say
It's
it's an
some is
aspect
real
of us.
unhealthy,
It's not
yes.
all of us.
Some must be so unhealthy.
Yeah.
Healthy.
But good. It tastes
Yeah.
real good.
Yeah.
A shot of Soca.
Oh my goodness. So you're a soca lover, right?
Yes.
You know, so being a soca lover, that's been all your life. Where's your family background?
Not all my life. My family background, both of my parents born and raised in Trinidad. And I born and raised in Toronto.
Right.
But background and grew up with that whole upbringing.
Right.
Trinidad,
so licks and thing was a
Oh,
crucial part of
Swizzle
it.
stick.
Yeah, so, hey, what's say it again? Swizzle stick.
My grandma would only chase us with it though, but she'd hear her coming with her slippers.
Your grandmother beat you?
No, she'd chase us with it.
Seriously, you never get it.
But no, we did get a 1-2 lick. Don't get me wrong. But she would never
always
be
the
there
threat.
like no a 1-2 lick. But we knew what that was a stick man. From time she cooking and she picked that up, we know what time it was.
Yeah.
So behave. Yeah.
So for anybody that doesn't know what a swizzle stick is, right? It's used when
Google
it's
it.
making callaloo.
Yeah.
More than likely, you understand? You use it like this. It's literally a swizzling, right? But there's a wire mesh at the bottom that allows for the callaloo. Not the you feel like a callaloo in the rain. Not that one. But the exact same callaloo leaf, you swizzle it down and make something called callaloo with a little bit of coconut and pumpkin and whatever. So that is what a swizzle stick is.
Yeah. But yeah, parents from Trinidad. And what was the next question?
No, what was your influence like in terms of soca?
Oh, soca. Yeah, no. At first, I didn't like soca. Funny enough.
Yeah?
When I was young, the best sentiments I could relate it to is like, you know, when you relate something to family when you're that age and impressionable, and it's not the cool thing that's in school.
Yeah.
So the schools I grew up in, nobody knew soca.
Yeah.
So I gravitated towards something else. So at an early age, I was very much into like NSYNC, Britney Spears, Backstreet Boys, that vein of 90s pop.
And then that and soca.
No, I know, but I never took to that.
Yeah.
And then fast forward to like high school days now. Now I'm getting to learn like the Jay-Z's, the Kanye, the Dipset, the this one, the that one. So that's the hip hop R&B era I'm in now. But when I went to university, it was a fete, some fete I had gone to. First carnival ever. It was Hamilton Carnival in Canada. And I went to this fete that they had after the parade. And Sherwayne Winchester was on stage. And he performed some song. I think it was Don't Stop at the time. This one, Sherwayne was Sherwayne. Yeah. And I just remember I'm like 16 years old. I'm in this thing. I didn't know what to expect. I don't know nothing about soca. And I just remember this girl coming and whine back on me.
It's always the ladies that make the men fall in love with soca.
It was from that moment. It was from that moment. I looked down. I said, "What?
So that love soca
Girls
now.
do this?" And 20
I'm
years
coming
later,
every week.
Do that hip dalava, hip dalava, hip dalava, hip dalava.
that's hilarious.
Nice. Okay, you see earlier?
Yeah.
That's all it is for we, you know. That's what it's getting.
I couldn't believe girls did that in parties. I'm a little 16-year-old. I didn't know nothing about this stuff. She come and push back on me. I said, "This is the best thing I've ever feel in my freaking life." I love this.
Put out, G.
Put out.
Sing where bye.
And break up. Everybody, Busby and Soca now married. But boy, when I tell you, like that feeling, like you can't replicate that.
So technically, yeah, a buzz from that.
I get a buzz from that. And funny enough, again, like an iconic moment in that space of time when I first got into the soca space. Sherwin had a water song at the time. So at that time now, he's throwing out bottles of water. So my naive self, I'm thinking, what, is people thirsty because it's hot or something?
And then you get wet up.
Then the next thing I know, everybody unscrew your water and hold it up. Don't think until I say go. And when everybody fling this water, I said again, this was like the most captivating moment.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Baptized.
Baptized.
Get baptized.
And
Yeah.
now
Bless you.
now, ironically, I literally have one of the biggest water parties
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So to think
Tsunami.
back, like a girl and a wet fat
technically-
thing changed my life.
Yeah. That
So-
put you
so
on your
Busby,
path.
Literally.
So technically, right, you're unpacking some trauma right now everywhere with Tsunami.
Oh boy,
You understand?
no,
Think
it's more
about
like
it.
packing on more trauma. Every new tsunami is packing on more trauma. I'm telling you that. No, yeah.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that's nice. Though. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
So this Tsunami thing, right? With you and Soca and Tsunami.
Yeah.
Right? You say it's one of the biggest events, 5,000 plus every year.
I'm sure when Simbali came, he said it was like his
Yeah,
favorite set out
Simbali
there.
was like,
Yeah,
and
he was
and
like,
you know
it's
he
the
said,
best
right? He
fit.
said two things. He said, Tsunami is the best fit. You understand, man? He said, you gotta talk to Busby.
Literally.
Once he gets to London, you have to be able to talk to Busby.
Literally.
So, Simbali,
Are you happy?
little
Big up.
Busby here. Yeah.
You made it work, Simba.
Yeah.
Big up yourself.
You know?
Big up somebody.
So, what is
Great
the
dude.
concept? I know it's about water, right? But what goes on inside?
I'll take it back to the origins, right? This was my first Trinidad Carnival. I went to a Insomnia, you must know.
Of course.
So that's 10 p.m. until 10 a.m.
Yep.
So you're there as the sun is rising, fedding and thing. And it's only when the sun comes up do they turn on the water truck.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I just remember getting sprayed down with a water truck for the first time ever, a water truck hose. And like the sun was glistening and I looked down at my skin and I saw glitter. So I'm like, they put glitter in the water tank? That's amazing. It was beautiful, like to see it and everybody's skin glowing, and it was a cool thing to see. So I came back home and something was so infectious about that. And I said to myself, nah, I need to figure out how to do this here. I know for a fact in Canada, we can't do no 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. That's not happening. So how can I now remix it and adjust it where it's my idea, but still has that feeling in it that I felt in Trinidad. So I said, okay, let's do daytime. We actually have a lot less restrictions in the day than we do in the night. Who wants to get sprayed down with water in the nighttime anyway?
Yeah.
Real cool over there.
You
Right.
walk on your cold.
Here's
cold.
again, that's another similarity to here. It's real cold here too. Fast forward again, I said, I love that particular feeling of the water truck. But how can I now evoke some childhood memories in this space? So although we are grown adults, let's do stuff like, what if we did a water balloon fight? We did that as kids and we had the time of our life. What if as adults now, we could do that in a party?
Yeah, people must fight.
People love nostalgia.
But fun fight.
Yeah, they'll fight.
What if we did super soakers? Imagine people running around spraying each other in a party.
Imagine you then start to play super,
Right.
super,
So I'm thinking all of these things from since 2013. And this was not known territory at the time. This was something completely foreign. So I'm now trying to structure a whole new concept and bring it to life. So that first year was probably one of the hardest years financially I've ever seen in this business, because that budget might have been about 10 to 15 grand Canadian, which about is like 8 to 10 grand US. We had 40 people show up.
Yeah.
Maybe at $20 a head. So you do the math. That could cripple many people.
Yeah.
But I said, nah, there's something.
It was the start.
It was the start. And I
you
said,
have to
there's
start from
something,
somewhere. So,
exactly. There's something special here.
Yep.
Let's keep knocking on that door. Not for too long, but let's keep knocking and see what it could be. Like clockwork, 40 people turned into 400. 400 turned into 8. 8 to 11. 11 to 1750 to 3,500. And now the only reason we haven't gone past 5,000 for the last 3 years is because we have a capacity. If we didn't, we could easily do 7,500 minimum.
Yeah,
just based off of the response I see once we say sold out, easily 7,000.
So Annie, when we go in Tsunami?
Busby, when we come in Tsunami.
Say the word. You say the word.
Because I want to buy a big
I
super
want to be in my
soaker.
super soaker.
Right?
But is it actually with water?
Yes.
Because I know some people like to put alcohol in their super soaker and they'll be there trying to...
No. Well, we have very strict rules where that's concerned.
Yeah.
I'm a guy very much so attention to detail.
Good.
So when we tell you, you could bring your own super soakers, in very clear print, it says nothing that looks like an actual firearm and nothing filled upon entry.
Yeah.
Your thing has to be empty. And people got pulled to the side because of that.
I
You
know
think
how
we're
people
stupid?
think. I know how people think.
Yeah, you're gonna empty a whole 1 liter in a super
Listen,
soaker and play like it's water.
Yeah.
We're not
They'll be there
stupid.
putting rivers in there. They'll be like, no, it's fine.
But
Look, it's clear. And the
Again,
next
those,
thing you know-
those small decisions that you may think are harmless in the moment, it has serious consequences on the other side. But no, realistically, it's the main thing behind Tsunami is bringing out those emotions in grown adults.
Nice.
And I think that's part of what makes FET so addicting.
Yeah.
Right? It brings out a different side that you're not accustomed to on a day by day. It brings out that kind of like feeling of how it was back in the day to go party after party. And that's what Tsunami really does best. And there is such an anticipation for it that the moment we put out tickets, this is one of those FETs that crash websites. We've crashed 3 different websites.
Need bigger servers.
The ones we have now, like they have had to triple down on their operations just to make sure they can handle our traffic. Like
So
it's
my
that
tickets
serious.
are going live. This nothing else is allowed.
Yeah, and it's become like a heavily contracted thing to have a service provider for tickets. Like it's a whole movement in itself. But I say that to say 3,000 plus people, the moment I press launch,
Yep.
are on that site buying tickets.
It's good there. And it
Within-
speaks a lot about your
yeah.
brand
Exactly.
and to what you've been able to cultivate over the years.
Yeah, and just what it brings out of people. So at the end of the day, I say all that to say there must be something. When we say Tsunami as an event, there must be something in that you guys have to check out
Yep.
at some point in your life.
Yep.
There's a reason there's that.
in your water?
Is there what?
Is there glitter in your water?
No. I haven't figured that out yet. Canada played too much with the regulations. I haven't figured that out yet.
You figure that
I
out
would like
yet.
the glitter though. I'll figure out something. Thank you for reminding me. I'll figure out something.
Nice. So Tsunami as an event, you know, your capacity technically at 5,000. Do you have soca artists present there as well performing, or do you do? Or
No. Primarily, I have had. So this is the amazing thing about Tsunami. We don't advertise anything but the date, which people already know, and that it is coming.
when's
And what's the date?
Caribana Sunday, which would fall usually the first weekend in August. So like that first Sunday in August.
So you gotta make
Okay.
choices. No crop over. Don't bother with Antigua.
Yeah.
Go Tsunami.
Yeah. Usually that's the choice.
Yeah.
But at the end of the
And you
day,
never try to do it like twice a year?
that's in conversation, but the team really feels like it's like Christmas. Like let's just do it once in
An
sweets
annual,
and
yeah.
Once in City,
yeah.
Sometimes make them
Exactly, wanting more.
You know?
Sometimes
So in
that's
terms
the
of
best way.
artists,
though.
yeah, sorry. my
Artist,
bad.
yeah. Artists. Typically, I keep it as a primary. My whole business model with events is DJ oriented. I have had artists. My first event ever, I had 3 of the biggest artists. You might know their names: Skinny Fabulous, Problem Child, and Bumani.
Right.
That was my first
Oh,
event.
the money. Sorry.
Yeah,
So
because wet. Because that's
Yeah,
one of
Right.
the
literally,
Yeah, you see, right?
your
Back to
blouse and
wet.
shirt,
biggest
wet.
students there.
Yeah.
You know?
So anyway, to go back to the artist point, that just becomes very difficult where the budgetary aspects of your event are concerned.
Yesterday's
Yes, of
price
course.
is not today's
Yeah.
price.
It's really not.
But at the end of the day,
It's
like
really
there's also a baggage of headaches that come with not
Yeah.
just the price.
Yep.
But headaches you have to- The list goes on.
Yep.
I digress.
Yep.
All I will say is that I focus my business model on having DJs.
Nice.
And we have built such a movement that the top artists call my phone now.
Right. To say,
And nowadays, hey, I ain't telling it, but guess what? Now I have the leverage.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could do something. You could perform on the show, but this is what it is.
yeah.
Not I need 20 bottles of this and 25 of my
my
people.
rider.
All
Buddy.
right, that has been so.
Yeah.
like,
The
have
rider.
10
That
hours, 20
rider
hours,
right
you know?
in. Right
20
in.
hours like a pussy, you know?
Yeah. So my head too hot for that. I'm sorry. Especially on game day.
Yeah.
My head is way too hot for all them kind of things. So
And
that's
then
just
the-
my
and the
personal.
management message in here.
Yeah. But
Say,
this is
do
what
some
I'm saying.
stuff.
It gets to a point now where they're calling me. So
Yeah.
if it makes sense, like for a water party,
Yeah.
if the water lord is calling my phone, it might make sense to work something out.
We know who the water lord is. Right?
All
If you
right.
don't know who the water lord is, if you don't know, then
Who
you
is
don't know
your
soca.
water lord?
Mind you, I know. Should we even answer that? A shot of soca? You asking me that kind of question? And
People may have different water lords.
Oh, God.
Who is your water?
There's only one water lord. His name is
your
Iwan
water-
George.
I knew he was gonna. I just yeah.
Iwan George is the only artist that would consistently bring out songs related to water and fitting with water.
And mind you, he's been on the Tsunami stage 3 years.
Yeah.
He's asked to be on 3 years in a row. And that's the Water Lord. So as he told me, come on, Busby, you can't say no to the Water Lord.
The man move like if he tried and then come and say, and just stand and chat and say, hey, I hear you know.
But to put the icing on the cake with what Simbarley said, right? The Water Lord himself, you can go on my page and look at it. George was on my podcast and said, Busby, I'll be real with you. I am the Water Lord. I have played every Wet Fet show this world has seen. I have gone on stage and performed at all of them. Tsunami is the best one I have ever been to. And that's from Iowa George himself, you know.
Well, of course.
That is the,
you know, I rate him.
That's something that, guys, Tsunami in Toronto, soon to be worldwide. I'm sure it's going to be here in the UK very soon. Well, we're just putting the chess pieces together properly.
Yeah.
But very soon it'll be in a territory near you.
And where that water coming from? Where that water coming from? Is that
well, y'all find it for your Juve and things, so.
That water coming from the Thames? I mean, I prefer it from Niagara, and, you know, you understand me? Them kind of crystal waters and thing, I prefer that. Ontario and thing. Yeah, you take them kind of waters. The Thames, nah. Don't bait me in that, you know. You take a boat ride, this year as well, right?
Yes.
You see the color of water?
Oh boy. Yes, I did. That goes back to the original question. I remember I said I had one thing I didn't that I went to that I wasn't booked for. Yeah. I went with Gel, big up DJ Gel. Yeah. And I believe he has a podcast with you guys as well.
Yep, he's done it. Yep.
Big up Gel. Yep. He called me out with Live Love Soca. Solomon, they called me out. And they just said, Gel has a booking. If you want to roll through, just come hang out. Right. So because they told me which booking it was a crowd that I don't know as well and a crowd that I'm not really in. So I said that would be a perfect opportunity for let me go out and network and meet new people. Because you start seeing the same old faces.
Yeah. You start to feel old?
And not just that. Not just that, you know. Not just that. But it's one of those it's knocking on the same door 100 times and they're not opening. Why you still go to new doors, figure something new out. And that was where I went. It was Just Vibes in them, their boat ride. And, you know, good people, good energy. I know a lot of them from Japan.
It was Just Now boat ride.
Just now. Hear me.
Just Now.
What I say? Just Vibes?
Yeah.
So I know them good from Japan.
Yeah. Daiki and...
Daiki, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, I know all of them from Japan, but then I got to meet their circles and things. So it was a real good vibe, good energy. Nice. A lot of French soca lovers. Yep. If there's one thing I'll say about London that's the most unique I've seen about anywhere else, that French Caribbean community.
Sweeter.
Yo. Sweeter. And I fell in love with that music before all this bouée and best friend. And y'all made me fall in love with that side of soca and the Caribbean. Yeah. Them kind of thing. London made me fall in love with that way before it started becoming popular. And I love that about London. Y'all.
Do you have a big French Caribbean scene in
Canada as well? We have, the most we might have is a lot of Haitians that come out and love soca. And that's more on the Montreal side, which is 6 hours from Toronto. But Toronto in itself, nah. We don't have no French. We don't really know them. Yeah, we don't have that demographic in the soca, for real. We just don't, and it's just what it is. But again, I love that French side, and big up the studio owner, Cam King. Yeah. You know, he knows Judgment very well out of Montreal. Right. So he's a guy that, you know, I'm cool with out there. But he has a whole demographic in Montreal. He has a party called Soca Meets Rabadai, I believe. Is that what the Haitians?
Rabadai?
Rabadai or Rabadai. It's
a Haitian.
My apologies,
Haitian.
Big up all Haitian.
We're not Haitian, but you can correct us.
No. But when, again, I was never exposed to the Haitian culture. When I saw how the Haitians get on, I said, nah, this is something to see. This is the most energetic thing I've seen since soca. You know what I mean? So big up my Haitians.
You should go Zouk Love.
Yeah? I'll try that out next time.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Very, very, very sweet.
But I guess to put a final button on the whole artist conversation, it's mostly DJs. Artists do perform. We've had the likes of Iowa George, Moto, Saki, Like these are, you know, if you love soca, you know these names.
Yeah.
So it's a big thing, man.
Who would you want on there if it is you had an unlimited budget?
Well, I mean, you know the answer to that already.
The answer to that, but
Water flowing.
yeah, exactly.
You know that would be I would ask if he could open to that song.
Yeah. I mean, and he had to come in on like a tidal
You do
wave.
this all the time. Can you say names for people that may not know?
Mr. You go ahead, boss.
Mr. Marshall? No. Mr. Marshall Montano.
Yeah.
The boss. The real boss in soca. Yeah.
If he, when you see the van come down,
Water flowing
all over. Jeez. That tune there is one of the... But, man, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I respect Marshall as an artist.
I know, I'm surprised at the smile on your face.
I've said it all the time.
You
I respect him as an artist.
I know that he's not.
But if you put me to say, well, if I have to choose Marshall or Bungie, I choose him Bungie.
Every time. With his eyes closed, every day of the week.
Yeah. And every time. That is very subjective, mind you, you know? Like, everybody's going to have their preference. Everybody's going to have, well, I prefer this one over this one.
Yeah. Am I okay to do that? Am I okay to have a preference?
I respect your preference. I'm just saying that I was surprised to hear you speak.
No, but that's a big tune for a Waterfed.
But regardless, both of them, you know, Bacchanal and Water. Bungie has his own monsters, his own water monsters. I would love to have Bungie on that stage too.
Can I ask about female artists?
Yeah.
Out of a female?
Perfect example is Fayan. Wet and Wild. That was one of my, even though it didn't get the recognition I think it deserved. Wet and Wild was bad. Bad. And I wish I could have done more with that in Tsunami, you know? But regardless, female artists, Fayan, Destra, the obvious ones, Patrice, the up-and-comers, like the Nessa Preppies. The, you know, I'm glad to see they're making such an impact with what they're doing. The OGs still reigning till today, like the Allison Hines. You swear she's getting booked like she had a hit song last week? But that's just because of the work she put in however many years ago.
She's profiting from it now. That's you see that right there?
Yeah.
That's exactly one of the reasons why Annie created this podcast.
Beautiful.
Because it's not about the money, right? It's about us creating a space where people from around the world can come and share their unique experiences of carnival, of culture, of soca, and anything that's Caribbean. So that when 10 years from now, people will look back on YouTube and see our conversations and be like, oh, I never knew this. Or, you know, I can resonate with it. So, A Shot of Soca family, when you see us, don't just walk on by. Subscribe, like, and share it. All right? Because it's important not only for you, but for the next generation of people within our Caribbean community.
And something powerful somebody told me one day, and I know it's hard because, like you said, it's not about profit. Something like this, I'm seeing these cameras you have. I know none of them are cheap. I'm seeing the lighting. I'm seeing everything.
Big up Sheldon, that's helping us today as well.
Right, big up. And these are not cheap investments. And to know that even if you guys spent every second you had for the rest of the year and put out 50 of the best podcasts you could, that still wouldn't generate as much money you think you're worth. But down the road, even if out of those 50, one of them pops, your whole thing now goes through the roof. People now go back. Well, was A Shot of Soca? Was this? Was that? Let me go. Oh, they have this episode too? Oh, this person's kind of big now. That's how the game works. So although you guys are not doing something that's necessarily fruitful right now, it's powerful, not only for yourselves, but the whole community in the long run. So I love what you guys are doing. That's why I was so enthusiastic about even coming here. You know what I mean? I wanted to be part of this because I know how it is back home and having the struggle of having people come on and not necessarily giving the cosign, but just giving their time, their energy. Right? It's a difficult thing. And for you to be sitting on your side, well, I ain't getting paid for this, but y'all giving me stress and you can't meet up. And I know how it could be.
I would never say that.
But I've been there myself. Like, you imagine you have a team like you have in the studio right now, and you coordinate all 5, 6 of them, and then everybody's ready to record, and then you get a text. Well, boy, it's rough. It's hard to deal with those type of things.
Yeah.
We just take we take all of that as lessons.
Yeah,
You know?
but down the road,
Supertrini's being nice. He know I cuss.
who's that?
She does cuss. My temperament is very
We're
different.
very different.
Yeah.
We have a nice
Understand?
balance. I'm the person. I'm quite hot-headed.
Unless it's a man in a big truck.
If it's a man, no, if it is just if you're outrightly in my face, just being stupid and showing that you just have no care, you only concern about yourself, then I am going to tell you about yourself.
True. Yeah.
And that's just how I am.
Whereas in the difference, I'm more relaxed in that situation where I am normally the riled up one. He's normally the calm one.
Understood.
So yes, we have those moments. And
No, but I said it
I'm
calmly though, right?
Good cop, bad cop. Y'all have a good dynamic.
He's good cap. I am bad cop.
Battle and battle. I
Six-
battle
So
and
don't
battle.
get on your bad side. Don't get.
No, you can because I will cuss to him
I
and then he will
balance
tell me
bad.
to calm down and then I'll be like, oh, hi, Busby, how are you? Are you good? And I just vented it all out.
Because you guys are real gangsters.
Back to what you were saying,
Yeah.
I do hear everything you're saying, but also thank you for taking your time to come and sit with us because we also have to respect the guests that come and join us because without the guests, we have no conversation. We don't have the opportunity to educate people, to give you your flowers because you deserve it, and to teach people more about the culture, what's going on. There's so many people that literally have, I posted it earlier, this last week, the amount of people that have come up to me, and I'm sure you as well, to be like, I absolutely love what you're doing with A Shot of Soca. The conversations that you have are so insightful. I didn't know this, I didn't know that. And again, it's not possible, you said about the production team. So thank you, Old Mag. Thank you, Cam King. Thank you, Super. It's not possible without you either. It's actually not possible without
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
you. What do you want me to say at the top?
Quite down on that list.
Yeah.
Quite down on that
But
list.
I
It's
say
all
thank
right.
you to you all the time.
At least the
And
colours
thank you
of
to
who I
you.
am is right there represented. 100%. That's all I
But
can
yeah.
say about that.
It's the thank you to the guests as well because it's not possible without you. Because we could sit and have conversations, but it just wouldn't be the same.
Yeah. No, understood. I appreciate you guys, man.
So let me hit you with a few quick fire now.
Yeah.
There we go.
You know, boy, this one's a difficult one.
Which one have you got?
I'm gonna ask him your favorite carnival.
Honestly, and it might be biased, but Trinidad.
Okay, why?
That is probably the reason why. I can't answer that question. Every time I go, it's like the best experience in the world. Even if I have a bad experience,
It's still the
I
best?
leave that saying this was the best thing in the world.
Is it because
And
you're
I don't
Trini?
know what it is.
You feel brainwashed?
I said, is it
It
because
could
you're,
be.
is it because you're Trini? Like,
It
it's
might be
just
the
in your
price I
D-
pay, something
in
in
your
the,
DNA.
something in the fine print. I get brainwashed. I don't know. But it's like even when I have a bad time, it's a good time. And I can't explain that, which is why I feel that's my favorite.
Oh my goodness.
But I still have yet to experience some that people say is their favorite. So one day, like the Grenadiers, I haven't experienced that
I
yet.
haven't experienced jab
St.
yet.
Oh, you need
Vincent,
to
I
go
haven't.
jab.
So once I do them and
Yeah.
really feel it,
Yeah.
I'll decide. But
Grenadian promoters, you need to get him there next year. Let him
no Grenadian.
experience the jab.
Some people question when I play back home. Some people ask, like, is he Grenadian? I love jab and I will play a serious jab set. But people will feel like, yeah, he might be great. No, I'm Toronto, but Trinidadian roots.
Yeah.
I just like Grenadian
different,
soca.
yeah.
But I
You can like what you like, you know.
yeah, facts.
You
And
can
this
like
year,
what
I
you like.
know we said it before, I think maybe because Grenada was the most recent carnival, but it went hard this year on the streets of Notting Hill. Slightly biased because of Island Mass, but we played a wicked jab.
Yeah.
I can't lie to you.
I didn't get an invite, but
You was invited. Don't do that because I told them I'm hot-headed. You was invited.
you see like how the list
Yeah.
went, right?
You're quite down on
That
those.
was where the invite was. Somewhere in the footnotes.
Somewhere.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
Nah,
Don't listen to
Grenada Soca was top tier. Grenada Soca was top tier this year.
It
Sorry.
was jab decisions, payroll.
Mhm.
Is it symptoms or is it viral? I never forget.
Symptoms.
Is it called
There's
Jab
both of them. There's
symptoms.
symptoms and viral.
Viral.
You understand?
Took over the
Viral
road.
again.
And,
Give me the
and
grease.
grease with
and
Grease
we
it.
it.
did.
And the next, boy, yeah, my head hot right now.
But
I'm tired. I
It
can't
was. We
remember.
are all very tired.
And
It
jab
was a
supremacy.
great jab supremacy. Took
That's
over
what I
the
was
roads. Took over the roads. What would I like to ask you? One rhythm you always keep in your crate.
Rhythm. It might be Big Links. But I feel like that's still too hot to say that.
Yeah.
Pimp him. Maybe pimp him. Pimp him will work anywhere. Yeah. You can go anywhere and play that. Pimp him.
If people don't know what pimp him,
And I was going to
pimp
say, I
him
don't know rhythm, so can you
right? So
tell me the song?
there's Marshall on the rhythm.
You
What's the
girl
song?
over there.
Oh,
Time to
okay.
make a-
Okay, yeah.
There's Skinny Fabulous on the rhythm. And there is Moto on the rhythm as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Band over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez, my brain is, even though it's so tired, my brain is there, boy. Jeez.
Your favorite Caribbean dish?
Ooh, no. Well, as you can see, that might be.
I got ground from here.
Mommy and grandma could real cook, huh? They favorites.
Favorite.
You see, but then
All right, so let me get this.
No, we're not making
No, let me break it.
Break something down. Help me out a little bit.
So the favorite dish from your grandmother, favorite dish from your mother.
Oh, no, that's even harder now. You screw me up now. Okay, my favorite might be a real good pilau.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't choose that, it's somewhere between corn soup and proper curry.
I need to.
Hold up.
Would you say
But like
proper?
my mom and grandma's
I want
like,
to know what I mean.
Did you say proper curry?
Proper curry?
well, that's what I'm saying. My home cook, like what I know, what I'm accustomed to. My mom,
Okay.
my grandma's
Okay.
curry goats or like curry chicken.
Okay.
So
So
you,
it's
you
the-
know
it's the
that's
type of the
curry
seasons
chicken and
how it
curry
does.
goat, right?
Yeah.
Not the
Not
other,
in
not the
Trinidad.
backhand slang, right?
No.
I need to try a corn soup, sir.
Yeah?
A soup
I'm looking
corn?
at you.
You know this is that was excuse me, can I order some soup corn, please?
I said a corn soup. I said
Where
I
you
need to try a
from?
corn
Where
soup.
you from? What place?
Oh god.
Because we were talking about this earlier on, and I said I've never had it before, and he was surprised. So
What's
I'm
that?
looking at you.
You never had one?
Corn soup?
No,
Was it?
is that not?
Listen,
Alright,
let me tell you, Anika come the other day and she asked for corn soup. Now my co-host come and listen, yeah.
I've never had
I
it,
could
and
get a moment to
the
myself.
no,
So
never.
wait, let me ask you, what's your background?
I'm St. Lucian.
St. Lucian, okay.
Both
Yeah.
parents. So
Okay, yeah, you wouldn't
Yeah.
be too.
So
Okay.
she only deal with
the
sauce.
concept
I got
doesn't
it,
even make
yeah.
sense to me because I'm just like
Chicken,
corn soup.
I got it,
Like,
I got
is
it, I
it
got it.
Foot sauce
Yeah.
and
bangs? Give me a chicken foot.
Chicken foot
yes,
sauce,
give me
you
a
know?
cow back. Yes,
she just said,
I will
you know
eat,
the chicken foot is looks alright.
Yeah.
but it tastes good. Like,
Yeah.
you have to suck it off. It tastes good. But anyway,
How you eating that chicken foot? The chicken foot is looking at you. And you picking it up, so right? And you just
You don't know how to eat it.
you do. It's
with it
good.
with it tune and thing to it.
You need to be here and make me corn soup, please.
The part the most meat is the knuckle bit right here.
Yeah.
You know, that's like the part right here.
Yeah. That's the most meat.
That's the part sorry, Annie, go ahead. Yeah, so
Find the question
you
to
say
ask so you
curry,
can
right?
you
You
said-
say
you
curry,
said-
a proper
Is
curry.
it a proper
Yeah.
curry or
pilau first?
pilau or corn?
Yeah, pilau. I can do that pilau today, yes?
Yeah, facts.
Your favorite drink?
El Dorado, which is a Guyanese rum and very smooth in my opinion. 12 year to be exact.
I was gonna say, I'm sure that
Yeah. El Dorado 12 year.
Yeah, I
Second to that, maybe White Oak for reference. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's similar to white oak, is it?
No. Like second to that.
Second,
yeah.
White
My
Oak.
second favorite, White
Or
Oak.
the
yeah.
normal white oak or the pineapple or
Normal
or the
and then
different-
like normal outside of normal coconut. I like
Yeah.
coconut.
with and you chase with what?
Usually ginger ale or Coke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I just
Very
I just have
simple. I don't
chaser.
know no fancy thing. It's very
Just have
simple.
chaser. Your favorite thing to do in Toronto when
Favorite thing to do.
obviously yeah.
To be completely honest with you, I don't do much at home anymore. Like when I was young, I did all the festivities like the Wonderland, which is like the amusement parks
Mhm.
or the museums or science exhibits, those type of things. But you do all that kind of when you're a kid.
Yeah.
When you get older, like my mentality has been since I started fetting almost 20 years ago is fet, or next fet.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that is mainly just to go out to eat, hang out, stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I
Take
don't
as
really
much downtime, man.
yeah, boy. Every
That-
second I value my downtime like you
Yeah.
don't like you don't understand. Yeah,
Mm.
it's very important because you go up on these stages and you give your all, and especially myself, I'm usually like a very introverted person, just me.
Mhm.
As if you know me, I'll be outside and laugh and joke, ting. But if you don't know me, I'm very introverted. So when I go up on that stage, that alone is a struggle. So every second I get back to myself and just back in my zone, I cherish.
You literally sound like Super.
Yeah? No.
You sound like that is what he says.
what it is.
Yeah.
You
When
sound
it is
just like
when
him.
it is full on, you just do what you need to do. People will see you in that light and think that's who you are.
Exactly.
But not recognizing that, I am very very quiet, and because that's the time where it is you need to settle this part right here. Because if you don't settle it, it will take over you, and then you'll have these unrealistic expectations that will start to seep in, and then you'll be playing games with yourself, and then it will only end up hurting yourself.
It turns into just anxieties and FOMO and all of that. So you have to balance yourself accordingly. But outside of that, like, to kind of stray from that question a little bit, in my downtime, what I love to do is literally like Netflix and play video games. That's my two main things that when I detach and I unplug, those are my go-tos. So I love that. And then anything I do outside of that these days is touring. So like all these different places I go, I don't just go and just, all right, carnival and it's done. I actually take time out of that schedule or book another day to like study the land or go see the land or go check this museum or check that monument. It's very important to me. I don't just want to go to these places and just make a money and leave. Actually understand like what's the history behind where I'm going. You know?
Nice to actually see.
Yeah.
Do you have any more quick?
Only
one more?
Yeah, one more that should take us to the future. One word to describe the future of soca.
I think the word I would say is surprising. I feel like one day soca is going to surprise everybody and end up at the top. For whatever reason, something is going to happen.
Yeah.
And we had this struggle all these years. But something will happen, and all of a sudden, we will be right at the top.
Trump like a soca song. We make a song.
Make a soca song for Trump.
For Trump.
For Trump,
People
and
love
then we
it,
gone.
and
That's
And
it. Yeah.
then we go because
Could
like
be.
he is the trending topic everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So if we, I want to
Don't
speak
be
to
giving
some
people.
writers.
Can we get our royalties because we give people enough ideas on this podcast?
I just give real.
We give ideas.
I
and
give like
we've
great
done-
stuff to people,
There's
and then
so
I
much
see them
happened
using
in
it.
this
I'll be like,
space.
"So you didn't call me and give me the royalties?"
We've connected DJs with artists with writers. We have done it all.
People who actually did work don't get royalties. So
I know, right?
you try to get royalties.
My brain, boy.
Don't look for no royalties.
It wasn't for us.
My brain. So what's next for Buzz B?
Yes. What's next? You've hinted at taking your brand Tsunami to different places, different countries.
That would probably be one of the major focuses in the near future is expanding globally. So on top of Tsunami, I also have other brands like the one I'm wearing, Soca Heads. So that is a brand dedicated to Soca Heads. 100% Soca. If you come to this party, don't come asking to hear dance hall and zouk and soca. You know what you're coming for. You know what time it is. So we have a boat ride that happens annually, sells out every year. We have Soca Heads Juve, which is now becoming a contender to Tsunami. So those numbers are rapidly rising to the point where that's going to be a Tsunami very soon. So there's a lot of different events that now I've put in the incubator in Toronto, let cook and grow to the size of an international presence. Because when we post these things like Tsunami, a lot of people all over the world, just like how you say that people will come to you about the podcast, I couldn't count the amount of times people have stopped me about Tsunami, about like what that party has done for them. And it'd be places like Japan. I'm like, and a Japanese person coming to and telling me this. Like, what? How the hell is Tsunami affecting you? But it really shows you how powerful these things are. So really being able now to take that and expand it globally is a huge thing for me. But like, and this is probably the first time I'm sharing something like this. That event space is one of the most challenging spaces I've seen in this industry. And the higher of the level that you go, the more difficulties you're met with. And when you really sit down, although it could be a profitable space, it's like, is it worth the traumas you have to deal with? Is it worth the compromises you make with your family or friends? Is it worth going that extra mile?
Yep.
And that's the battle I'm in right now, because I'm literally in that stretch.
Yeah.
Like, if I push it further, I know there are these consequences, but what's on the other side of this? Let me keep trying just in case.
Yeah.
But I say all of that to say the event space is not something, especially as I'm now shy of 40, going past 40 years old. I'm not trying to do this when I'm 50, 60 years old, to be running down this one and doing this and making
sure.
sure
You have a team. You have to have someone that you can be reliable. You can trust to pass it down to
you hit the nail. You hit the nail on the head with that. And the most important part about the event planning space is curating that team that you could trust blindfoldedly.
That is the hardest part, trust.
That is the hardest part.
Hardest part. Because everybody says yes, and then when it's not a yes, it's a...
We will not even go. What I will say is that coming from a space of I am in this now and doing it consistently, this is not no one-off, I got lucky and I'm figuring it out.
Yeah.
When you reach to a level like this, there comes a lot of devils. There comes a lot of challenges and a lot of risks that will now change you as a person. And
good and bad.
Good and bad. But that whole battle in itself is a huge one to face. So rounding all of that back up, I don't think that this is the longevity of what I want to do. I want it to be to a point where, like, I have Tsunami going, I have a team going, I built it, and now it's just flowing like a well-oiled machine. But I don't want to be the one necessarily behind it and advocating for it. I want to let that run on its own. And even if something were to happen, because we know how volatile that kind of scene could be, based off the stories we just shared. If something happens, and let's say the whole thing goes under, I don't give a damn. That's just a drop in the bucket for me.
Yeah, you've got...
Like, I do care, but
of course you
it's
do,
not my whole life at risk, is what I'm trying to get at.
It's not where your bread and butter. You have other things
exactly. And my purpose, or what I would like to do and contribute to the game from my end of things, is stuff like the podcast I'm doing. Sharing the knowledge that I've learned in this 20 years. Allowing the next generation to hear, oh, yeah, you went through that, but you still kept going. And now look at you. I stopped there. But imagine if I didn't. And it's giving the youth that encouragement to go that mile further.
Yes.
Because if you did go that mile further, you know how different your life could be.
Yeah, and I like what you said, because this space is not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy, but I think what keeps me going is but I just never know what could happen. I just never know what's on the other side. Like, you just never know. So
that's the problem.
Stop thinking about that.
What do you mean?
I say, no, stop thinking about what will happen on the other side. You're not there. You're here.
Yeah, I know, but
if it is you focus, let me tell you how energy works,
you're talking to a very, very, very hard perfectionist.
Yes, but what happens with energy, and you're thinking that way with energy, right? Your energy gets displaced. If it is you take that displaced energy and turn it into an energy of, let me be the best version of what it is that should be, or what that should be right now, I guarantee you wouldn't need to look and try to figure out what's happening on the opposite side or what's happening further down the line, because at that point in time, you would feel whole.
The only thing I'll change, because what you said is right. The only thing I would change is that you absolutely need to look into the future and think about what could happen. And why I said what you said is right is because you need to take right now as that lesson. If you learn something right now, like let's say you have this person and you learn something through that individual that says, maybe I shouldn't trust people like this ever again. Now you have to look to the future when that same type of person comes around. Of course, and that applies to like relationships, life. These things apply, but the reality is you got to use now, like you said, but as a projection for the future. Things do not change. People, as much as technology changing, people do not change. The core fundamentals of most people do not change.
Not
So
at
just
all.
understand that the little focus group you're dealing with in your life is just a broader example of what you will deal with when you go out into the world.
Yeah.
But those things, like what you mentioned earlier, the kind of low-level mentalities of this industry and the people that come out to these events that don't have forward thought to see how one little action could have a trickle effect.
Yeah, like storming.
I cannot operate a scaled business with that as my clients.
Yeah. And it's
So
hard. It's difficult though, because I love us. I love our people.
This is the
But we just need to
crossroads, right?
behave
That's the
because
crossroads. We have such natural wisdom in our industry, in our community, in our Caribbean.
Yeah.
We have so many stories untold. We have so much that could boost us past other cultures that we see doing it around us.
Yeah.
But it's just the ignorance.
Yeah, we just need to apply a business mentality and do things in the right way.
And the business is what it is. And that brings me to the final point of that, which is on top of my podcast, which is sharing this knowledge. I just curated and put together something coming out called the Soca Business Conference.
Ooh.
So again, like I've now seen success in Tsunami. Do I go take it and piss it away on a nice car? Do I go take it and now I'm dripped out and flying so-and-so here? No. I took it and I reinvested it into something that I think could better the whole community. So I curate now a conference where I now have mingled with some of the top tier individuals in our industry that will come on that stage and share their stories, similar to how we're doing here, in front of a live audience, which could also be recorded, again, similar to here, and now presented to the world. So we will now refine the kind of knowledge that we would just come on a podcast
That's
and
what we need.
banter, but now it will be refined. Here is an award-winning artist. Here are his struggles that he's faced. So when you become an artist of substance, you don't have to go through that. Here's what DJ Busby faced with this tsunami. You see this nonsense I dealt with, Tsunami 24? This tsunami did it. When you see that now, it will give you a new train of thought and direction. So when you have your own event, you don't run into that mistake I did. I've run into some very serious roadblocks. Yeah. And that's what I think is the most important takeaway maybe from it in this whole podcast. If you guys are still watching to this point, thank you very much for sitting here and hearing us talk all this craziness. But if you've made it to this point, the most important thing I want you to take is pay it forward.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. That is literally what we're about. That's why we're here. So
it's not like you guys had your struggles coming up. You guys may have wanted certain people to give you that cosign and you may not have got it. Whatever the case is, know how that felt for you as an individual so that when you're creating whatever business it is, it don't just have to be DJing or event planning, anything. Think about that, how hard your come up was and how much more beneficial it would be if that kid version of you had all of this knowledge. And that's how we grow the industry. I would rather teach my little brother everything I know so that he now propels himself forward, but has new challenges that he has to figure out. And then continue that to his little brother.
That's community. That is what it should be about. That is, not say we make the mistakes, but we make the mistakes so that others necessarily don't have to, and we pass on that wisdom.
And to be honest, it's what we love. It's our culture, and you just want to do right by
100%
the culture. Obviously, there's going to be those individuals you don't really want to work with. I don't like your attitude. I don't like your ego. But
work with those
it is what it is. When you go to your walk, your 9-to-5 work, isn't it the same thing? I don't like this coworker. I don't have that. Well, can you relate to that? Have you ever had a 9-to-5?
Long time ago.
So, but did you like every coworker you had?
Even now.
Yeah.
You must have worked in some kind of...
Even now, I'm sure.
No, okay, good.
Have to work with.
No, I mean, I never had any issues with people because I didn't take people. I just know I was there to do my job and I go home.
I hear that. So that pretty much is the icing on the cake. That's what it is. Do your job and go home. You don't have to like everybody. You don't have to be best friend with everybody.
Just respect. Respect everybody and that's it.
There's many things I could come on this podcast and say, and I promise you that will get real views. but I keep my mouth shut and I came here and preached positivity.
Yeah.
But, yep, we
That's
appreciate
what
you
we'll
for that.
yeah.
That's what we are.
That's
There's an
what
amount of people that have asked us to come on the podcast, and we're just like, no, we know you're back and
Because they want to blaze fire
They-
and thing
literally,
and
and
burn
we're
down
like,
the
that's-
whole thing.
That's not our platform.
No.
That is
Yeah.
not. We're not.
You
here
would be
about that.
you would be so how
But it's
much
easy to
damage
do.
that could do
Of
Yeah.
course,
and how easy it is. Yeah.
it's easy to do because everyone loves the
Everybody
drama.
loves negative.
It gets the views. It gets
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
that. But we're not here for
It's
that.
not sustainable.
No.
One thing, I have a podcast as well, as I mentioned, and big up my brother Barry
What's
Hype,
the name of it?
the Up From Here podcast.
Yep.
So make sure and go on
Is it
Instagram
on
and
all
YouTube.
platforms?
Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud.
Yep.
So most platforms.
Yeah.
But I had a guest, Barry Hype, on there, and he said something that stuck out so much to me till this day. Big up Barry Hype. He said,
Mm-hmm.
you put food in the microwave. 1 minute, hot. What do you think happens in 1 minute? Cold.
Mm-hmm.
You cook food on the stove, hot. It doesn't just die down from there.
It's true.
It's
That's
that
very true.
long build. It's that growth that keeps, and that's the main thing. Don't worry about these quick views all the time.
That's what
Sometimes,
Supertrini
yes, post that nice bombsy. Sometimes you need to post that nice bombsy. We need them views too.
Yeah.
But bring back in the growth,
Yep.
building our culture, doing things like these spaces, the Cam King Studios, collaborating, working the right way, and building our culture to where it needs to go. Right? Those people that are negative, or those people you may not want to work with because they have a certain type of attitude,
Yeah.
I guarantee you they'll eventually dig themselves their own grave.
Yep.
Don't study them. Don't go in no back and forth with nobody. Do what you do. And
I
that's
feel
it.
like you're speaking directly to me right now.
Yeah. Well,
I feel like that's a very-
I've lived a little life.
I feel like that's a very nice. Don't give me that face. I feel
Because I
that's a
say
very
it all the
nice,
time. I
positive-
just tell all the
I
time.
know you do.
I
I know.
just
That's
tell
why I
her,
said
I
I
say
feel
it
like I'm
all the
being
time.
shouted
So
at.
Yeah.
Because
somebody else saying it.
Yeah.
Because I see it all the time.
no, he does.
You know?
You really do. That's
Because
what I said with a
yes,
nice
you live
balance.
your life. Live your life your best way you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah,
You
he's like, don't
understand?
study people. Don't allow them to change
You
how
know?
you
But you know
do
what's
things.
crazy?
Do it your way.
A lot of times these days, especially in a 2025 year, most of them aren't even people.
That's
Most
why I
of
had to
them are
stop myself
bots.
on TikTok. So I'm just, if you saw the comments, I was just like, what the hell?
Guaranteed, if that person is a person, if they saw you in real
They
life,
live in that
they
basement.
would never say what it
No,
is
they
they
wouldn't.
typed online.
Never.
Never. Even if you know me like that and you're talking crazy online, say something to my face. You're not going to.
You could never.
Most
But
of
I
y'all
feel
would
like-
not. So
Could never.
y'all that want to be online and go right ahead. My response will add more attention that is not necessary. You as a creative responding to them, that's what adds the attention.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
tried to give up. No, yeah, I gave a positive response and I just brought it back to the culture. But anyway,
Yeah.
I didn't say what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
All right, Olivia. A Shot of Soca family. We had a good conversation. A
We
great
did.
conversation. A lot
We
of
did.
insight.
Mhm.
With the one and only Busby. Busby, if you
Thank
could
you.
possibly, this is your camera here.
Plug yourself
Let
for the last
everybody know
time.
where they can find you.
Yeah, man, dope. Big up all my UK team. Everybody, I appreciate you guys for the open arms as always. Where you could find me is mainly on Instagram. That's my main source where you could find like the most up-to-date information. And that is DJ_Busby. BUZZB. If you type that on almost any platform, you will find me, my mixes, or a podcast of mine. Some sort of content that I'm sure will help make your life a little bit better.
Nice.
So make sure you check those things out. My events in Toronto, Soca Heads events. You could follow that on Instagram too. Tsunami, that's the main event I have, and the one I'm known for worldwide. Tsunami Experience on Instagram, and of course Soca Sleepover. That is a pajama party, a breakfast inclusive pajama party. So that one's real cool. We should do like an English breakfast one year. We'll make it
down.
happen.
I'm down.
Yeah. And last but not least, we got my podcast, the Up From Here podcast. I actually recently interviewed Private Ryan.
I
So
saw
that was a
Yeah, I saw that as
dream
well.
podcast to do,
Yeah, I
as
saw
I'm
that
sure
one.
you could imagine
Yeah, I saw that
being
one,
in this
yeah.
space, you know?
'Cause
And
I did plug in when it is I said brainwash.
yeah,
You
yeah,
went
yeah.
to Trinidad and you got brainwashed.
Yeah, yeah, you see? But, amazing podcast. That's our best viewed one yet, and it's only been on a week.
Nice.
So I encourage everybody to watch that, especially if you're in this industry. There's so many gems to learn from, right? And just on a whole, that podcast is similar in nature. We just want to preach good knowledge and
we encourage
a positive energy, encouraging and getting everybody to the next level.
Nice.
Last but not least, my newest project and the one I'm very passionate about is the Soca Business Conference. So that is
amazing.
Yeah, thank you. That is now curating a space in a more business professional environment, as opposed to we fetting and drinking and we have rag and flag. No, we're in a conference center, and I have business professionals within Soca coming on stage and sharing their experiences. They're being asked intentional questions, right? You as a Soca entrepreneur coming to something like this are going to have general questions, especially if you're now emerging in your field. So we make sure and target those questions and use stuff like what you mentioned earlier, ChatGPT, to really get a gauge of like, what do people want to know?
Yeah.
So like we're utilizing advanced technologies to really make this something that will be helpful to the majority, right? I could ask ChatGPT to give me a Soca Business Conference. It's not going to spit it out as good as Busby or somebody that is like me in this industry, just because even as advanced as that is, I don't know everything about Soca.
It doesn't have the real life experience. It doesn't have it hasn't lived it.
Exactly. So I have to an extent, but I also know a lot of people that have lived it longer than me. So when I curate that now and develop an online platform that people could actually learn and make decisions based off of is paramount. And I've always felt the need to want to be like a leader in this space, not somebody that's just catching on to the trendy topics and mapping it and doing my own. There is some of that, yes, don't get me wrong. But that I didn't want that to be my whole model. And a big part of it, I wanted to be somebody that guides the next generation, right? My grandkids have to par with your grandkids. So why would I want that world to be something of confusion? I would rather fix what it is now, do what I need to do and have differences with who I need to have with, but I will move forward with positivity and growth. You do what you want to do. I'm doing this. Again, I have a big platform where I'm from. I could go on there many a days and vent about every little thing going on in the industry. Many industry leaders know. I don't have to sit here and say what happens.
They know already.
They know.
Yeah.
I don't do any of that. And I want that to be a point made too. Anybody that's really doing it, you don't even have time to be focused on the negative.
It's true. It's very true.
When you really focus and zone in and do what you have to do and benefit the next generation, that is what will really make you not only an icon, but like somebody on that Mount Rushmore type of impact, right? And that's my goals. Although I love to turn up, and we have the Tsunamis, we have the Soca Heads events, sleepover, etc. As you can see, I love to have fun, but the business side is very important too, and that's something now that I've found the success in the one space is to utilize those profits now to fund these new ideas to really bring up the business aspect of what we do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you hear that right, Busby? You ready?
Yeah.
It's a busy
To
man.
take it to the next level. Yeah, for real.
I'm headed to Japan. Hell, I'm very
For me, I just want to say thank you. A Shot of Soca family. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and follow us on all platforms. And obviously, when the episode comes out, make sure you check out Busby on all his socials as well. It's been a pleasure.
It has. And check out the other episodes. As we did last year, we'll have our Notting Hill Carnival recap with
But when we have our conversation, and then we also have our live, our YouTube live that we're gonna have.
So if you didn't make it to Notting Hill Carnival, you can know all of the songs that made the road.
You know,
I love it.
You know, so look out for that. It's been a pleasure being here with you all. We need to go and get some rest.
Yep.